Hi guys, my name is Jill. I am a style coach and makeup artist, and I am here today to do a tutorial on how to properly apply your foundation. So as you can see, I am not wearing any makeup at all right now. So first thing I'm going to do is get all my hair off my face, because you want to be able to get right up to your hairline, and you don't want your hair getting in the way, and you don't want to get makeup on your hair. So get all your hair out of the way. You can use clips, headband, whatever you want. Now the first thing I always do is make sure your face is nice and clean, cleanse it. You can use cleansing cloths if it's just like a little bit of makeup left over from earlier or the night before. And then you want to get a really good moisturizer. This is going to be the base of your foundation. It's going to make your skin smooth. Your skin won't be dry at all. Because your skin's dry, your foundation's going to clump up and it's going to flake off your dry areas. My dry areas are mostly here. So I use, this is called Hydra Specific. It's from Yves Rocher. It's for really dry skin. I have really dry skin. And the best thing to do is to go into a place. I love Yves. They've always got great deals and their products are amazing. If you go into these places, they will do a skin analysis on you and tell you exactly what products you need, and they're very reliable. So after you've applied that, if you are going to be doing going to a wedding or prom or a night out where you want your makeup just be absolutely flawless, you want to fill in those pores really well, fine lines, you want to start with a face primer. This one's from Rimmel. It's called Fix and Perfect. The only reason I don't recommend to wear this every day is because it blocks your skin from breathing. So it's not the best product for your skin, but it does make your skin look flawless. For those special events, I do recommend it. But for every day, just your regular lotion, cream, whatever it is that you wear is good. So what you're going to start with is your foundation. This one is also from Yves Rocher. It's called Colors Neutral, and it is Flawless Finish Fluid. It's one of their highest coverage foundations. I like my makeup to make my face look absolutely flawless. Some people like more sheer coverage, but I like a full coverage foundation. I think that's the point of wearing makeup. So get a little bit of foundation. I always like to use my hand as a palette. If I'm doing a client, I would use a brush. It gives you a nice full coverage. You want to use long sweeping motions out towards the side of your face, and then you can buff it with a sponge if you have any lines at all. But when I do myself, I like to use my finger. So I am just going to rub that right in. The reason I like to use my fingers is because it warms up the foundation and just makes it really blend into the face. You get right around your eyes, get a little bit more right into your up here. You want to really smooth it where you're going to have creases so that your makeup doesn't crease. Right around the nostrils. Those are areas a lot of people neglect and forget, and we're usually women, because of our hormones, are naturally quite red around the nostrils, in the chin area. A lot of people have redness on their cheeks, so you really want to focus on those areas. So you're just going to apply it all over. Now I'm a neutral skin color, which means I'm a mixture between the more pink tones and the more yellow tones. So what I would do for a client is I would take a palette and I would mix to find the perfect color. Personally, for myself, I stick to the more yellowy beige tones because I find I have a lot of redness in my skin, and those tones combat that. So that's just my choice. My contact has gone awry. There we go. Alright, so make sure it's nice and blended in your skin line, around your chin. You shouldn't have to put it on your neck. If you have to put foundation down on your neck, you're probably wearing the wrong color. So just keep that in mind. Alright, now I have my face on. So the next thing you're going to do is concealer. Now I like to do foundation before concealer because I find that the foundation will pre-cover any redness, blemishes, dark circles. So I get pretty dark circles under my eyes. They're not too bad. The color you want to use for circles is a yellowy tone. This will combat the purpley, bluey color. So when you do concealer, you want to use a dabbing motion. You don't want to pull or rub. You can also use one of these little flat foundation brushes, or concealer brushes, sorry. I find for concealer and foundation, the best type of brush is a synthetic because they don't absorb as much product. Sorry, the lighting is making my eyes look really red, but they're really not that red. Alright, so what I like about this concealer, this light color, is that I also use it as a bit of a highlighter. And I'll show you exactly how to do that in just 1 second. So for this one, where you want to highlight on your face is, I'll show you on this side, sort of like this triangular area here. Just like that. So I'm just gonna this will also combat any under eye bags. If you do have large bags, you want to really accentuate the highlight right where you'd get the shadow, because as you can't get rid of the bag, but we can diminish the look by eliminating shadow that it creates. So that's where you'd want to put that. In the other place, I like to put a highlighter. You're going to blend it right into your forehead here. It won't make you look shiny. That's not what it's doing. It's simply going to create a lighted look, because we're going to create a contours on your face, really shape the face. And then finally, I like to put a bit down the nose, and I'll use eyeshadow on my brows a bit, but I'll put just a little bit here, just right under the brow. It's really a good idea to keep your brows nice and groomed. Mine are freshly plucked. I don't like to wax because my skin is quite sensitive to that, but if I'm plucking is just as good. Now, if you have red, like I've got little red spots here, I get a lot of redness on my chin, choose a green. I know this sounds weird. I use a multicolored palette. It's got the yellow up here, it's got a purple, it's got two fleshy creamy colors, one's a little pinker, one's a little yellower, and then it's got the green over here. The green will combat the redness. Once you blend it in, it's of course not going to look green on your face. A little bit around my nose. And then if you find that the color is standing out, you can pick one of the more fleshy tones and just dab it over top, like so. Alright, so if you are done with all your liquid products, what you would do now is set it with a powder. I am going to use one more though. I do love to use, this is a Sally Hansen cream blush, sorry, not foundation. So I like to use a cream blush. I find it's really, really pretty. You do need to be quite accurate and know where you want it to go. Stay away. I would recommend, unless you're very experienced, to stay away from the gel cream blushes because those stain your skin, dry very quickly, so you need to be pretty precise and know exactly what you're doing. So I just like to put it from the apple of my cheek and just bring it up along the cheekbone, just like that. Little round circles and then bring it back. Just a little bit, fading towards the back. It's all about blending when you apply your makeup. Alright, so then I use a translucent powder. Just get a little bit. And just use a nice big brush. I like to use circular motions when applying powder all over. This powder has no color. It looks pretty light, but it's actually just translucent. And it just locks all the foundation into your face. Don't forget your eyes, because you don't want those creasing. Around the nose. Okay.